XRP, we start with daily chart, and if we refer to our analysis, we have been looking to see the breakout of 1.97. And I mentioned after the breakout of 1.97, we can look for 2.37. The price, even if we see the breakout of the 2.3, and now is within that range. Now, what's the next? Anyway, we move to lower time frame, and again, we see the price, the correction here, and this is what we get. And exactly within the range as what we expected, they start to consolidate. This is where we have to make a decision whether the traders they wanna take out in the profit or book some profit. As that is like they adjust their entry. Anyway, to look for trade, the best things was okay. If anyone wanted to look for trade, because we discussed about that, the best trade to look for here, because every time I was mentioning if because when the price was here, we couldn't. I mentioned that we are not interested to put our entry above here. But when we get the drop, the breakout of this low, this is where we could put our entry. This is the best place to look for trade. Okay, because having entry above here, it was not. I mentioned every time I'm not interested because the price can tag and drop. But if we put our entry above this top after we get this drop, the confirmation. Okay, we see because we see the breakout, then we buying somewhere around the mid of this correction. If the price tagged the top, there was no continuation, at least we can put our stop loss to break even. Okay, this is the best to look for trade, and even there was opportunity to look for buy from here by having entry above this top when we get this low. But whoever get the trade for buy from here after we get this drop, mostly they take out the trade in the break even, and this is where they could, they could look for the trade. And we move to higher time frame, and someone commented that I don't show the trade setup. All the times we don't have the trade setup. Okay, we have to look for the best trade setup. And even I was keep highlighting that since the price was below 50 cent, I mentioned we have to look because I was keep highlighting and keep mentioning for this year. I mentioned I'm looking for the XRP, and I mentioned as long as the XRP start to move, it can move really sharp. And every time I was keep saying, since the price was within the range of the 50 cent, I mentioned as long as the price is below 50 cent, just buy. Even we had this line, this support as a quite long time, 41 and 42 cent. I mentioned as long as the price is, even if drop to some below 50, 45, 42, just buy. And here all the times I was keep highlighting. Okay, I was keep highlighting as long as it start to move, it can move really sharp. Below 50, we don't have to look for the trade setup because this is what we get. That's why I was keep mentioning buying XRP for the this year, because this is what we get. Less than one, two, three, four, five, six. The price from 50 cent went to 2.5, five times. That's why I'm mentioning just buy because as long as it start, it can move really sharp. And even sometimes I pointed on this one. Okay, and since the price was here within this range, we have been looking to see the breakout of 1.97. The first time the price tag, there was no breakout, and this is what we get. Anyway, we move to higher time frame. We want to see what we have been looking for and what we wanted. We have been looking for to see the breakout of 1.97. This is what we get. And now we're looking to see the breakout of the all-time high. Based on lower time frame, we have a target as a short term for like for 2.37 already tagged. Then we're looking for 2.9. Based on daily chart, then we're looking to see the breakout of the all-time high. And after the breakout of the all-time high, the targets we're looking for is 4.2 followed by 5.4. The 4.2 is the target. With the breakout of this one, we can look for. Okay, but the mostly we're looking for 5.4 and above. And mostly for me, I'm looking for 5.4 to 6. This is the targets I'm looking for. And within that range, then we have to make some profit. Like some of the if anyone get the XRP, they can sell by half of them or less or more, at least book some profit. Then we look for the next trade setup. I mean next target after the 6, because again for me I'm the best. I'm looking for 5.4 and 6. This is where we have to make a decision whether we can look for continuation or not. And after, if there is a breakout of the 6, the best option, I mean the best targets, then in the base case we can look for is 10 to 12. More than that, and mostly I'm looking for around the 10. Okay, more than that, Then I don't think at this point, unless we see really changes in the market. Okay, some of the traders they're talking about 20 and 30. We can expect for the XRP, but I don't think so now. Maybe in next a few years. Anyway, to make it very simple, after the breakout of the all-time high, the best target I'm looking for is 5.4 following by 6, but before the price reach that, we can look for 4.2. This is where we have to at least book some profit. Then after the breakout of the 6, we can look for somewhere around 10 to 12. And based on monthly chart, we don't see anything to discuss. And if we move to weekly chart, similar explanation. Okay. Then if we move to daily chart, okay, as what we mentioned, the price tag the 2.37. Maybe we get the correction here, then we can look for 2.9. If we get opportunity for buy, we will take it. And the support will be 1.97. And if I move to lower time frame forward chart, we don't see any divergence. Here we see the divergence based on this indicator, but we don't care about that. Mostly we expect to see the correction. And how about if I move to 1 hour chart? All right, this is what we're looking for. Any opportunity, any trade setup, we will take it. Based on 1 hour chart, the only option is to put above this correction. It can be an option. Okay. And how about if we move to 15 minute? All right. Now, what's the how we can look for trade at this point? At this point, the only option is to put a one tree above here. Okay. But if the price retest attack this top, then we put a one tree above here. Okay. Now, based on 15 minute, we cannot consider this one as a flag. If this one turns to a flag, then having entry above the flag can be an option. Okay. Then how to look for trade? Either we put our entry above here or here. And what we want to price sharply tag, break, and continue the price tag. We see there is no continuation within the first 2 hour. We should take out the trade. And if this one turn to a flag, maybe another 2 to 3 candle, then it's good. Then stop loss should be somewhere below this. Okay. But if the prices start to drop, retest this low and break, then we can put, the having entry above this one can be the best option. This is the best we can look for. Okay. But at this point, we can look put the one tree above here, and having a tree above here, maybe if this one turn to a flag, then how we can look for trade? It depends on the strategy the traders they're using. Okay, if they can take the risk, they put the entry above here with a stop loss somewhere below this. What they want to price sharply tag, break, and continue the price tag. There is no continuation. At least within the first 2 hours, they should take out the trade. Okay, because either the price can tag, break, and continue, either the price can tag, then there was a next drop. This is how where they should start to manage. After they get the first next drop, then from there they buy at the lower. Okay, this is how we can look for the trade setup. And we cannot say this is the correction at this point. Okay, because we can expect this correction turn to a forward or daily correction. This is the markets. We just assume. All right. Then again, it depends on the strategy the traders they are using. But since the price was at the price of 50, we have been looking for 1.97. Then we come up with the 2.237. Okay. This again, if I move to 1 hour chart, I'm just explaining why we have been looking for this one. After the breakout I mentioned after since the price was below 1.97, I mentioned after the breakout we can look for 2.3, and as you can see, this is where the prices start to consolidate as a 2.37. This is the reason why I was looking at 2.37 as a first target after the breakout of 1.97. Okay, why the price didn't consolidate somewhere above 50 or somewhere below 2.2 is at the range of the 2.37, and as we can see at this point the price tag a few times, it worked as a support, then there is a break, no one, we have to see the breakout of. All right, anyway, how to look for trade, it depends on the strategy the traders are using. For at least here we can say how we can look for trade and what is the target we can look for. And even when there is a trade setup with the confirmation and which is safe, we pointed on here, because those people who's watching, some of them is a beginner. They don't have much experience. And we should know that all the times we don't need to have we don't need to get the trade set up. Just a few. For me, within this range, since the price was at the 50 cent, I bought below 50 cent. Then within this two, just 2 to 3 times, I enter the market, not more than that. Every times we don't need to enter the market. Okay. Again, just to make it very simple, how to look for trade is depends on the strategy and the risk and reward the traders are looking for. And here we just pointed what's the targets, what we can look for, where is the support, or what is the resistance, and similar to what explained as 2.37. Then I try my best to give the best entry, not all the time, the best one. Okay. And in this case, we just follow the chart. If I see any update, I will share. Thanks.